What's going on? I'm Jim Perona, and welcome to the weekly axe kicking. This week's installment is called Metal Octaves. I wrote a pretty aggressive sounding three-part riff that's basically using octaves as a way to get from point A to point B to point C. So let's take a look at this Metal Octaves riff and see what we have going on here. Alright, so like I said before, this riff is basically in three parts. The first part, we're starting on the 5th string, 7th fret, it's an E note, with our first finger. We're going to play that and slide up to the 10th fret, the G. Once we hit that note, we are going to ease the tension, so that note is not ringing out anymore, and play the octave above that note, the 12th fret of the 3rd string. From there, we're sliding this note down 1 fret to the F sharp, hitting the F sharp an octave down, then the octave back up. Put a little vibrato on that note. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, just 2 frets higher. So we left off here. We're going to start on the F sharp, slide 3 frets up to the A, octave, down 1 fret, octave down, octave up. So the entire first part of that riff looks like that. And we're basically using octaves again as a way to kind of connect these points. Take a look at the next part. So we left off at the 13th fret of the 3rd string with our 3rd finger. From there you're going to reach with your pinky. We're going to go on to the next part. We're going to play that octave, so starting from here. Reach that note, that is a G sharp on the 16th fret of the 1st string. We got a little position shift there too. So we're playing that octave on the G sharp, on the 1st string to the 3rd string. Then with your 3rd finger, hit the G natural on the 15th fret of the 1st string. Then we kind of chromatically go down a couple of notes. So the second part of this riff starts out like that, and then we do the same thing on a different set of strings in a different position. Now we go to the 2nd string, the 17th fret, do an octave on the E, and then chromatically go down starting on the E flat, 16th fret. So the second part of this riff. Looks like that. So we left off here at the 14th fret of the 2nd string with our 1st finger. That's C sharp. And now we're going to slide down to the last part of our riff, which is basically all octaves. Starts on a C octave on the 4th and 2nd strings. That's the 10th fret of the 4th string and the 13th fret of the 2nd string. I'm going to play that. Slide it a fret down to the B, then 2 frets down to the A. From there we're going to jump across a set of strings to the E octave, 1st finger on the 7th fret of the 7th string on that E, 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, also on an E. Play that, go up 1 fret to the F octave, and then slide up 1 more fret. Keep the octave here, but we're going to add in the tritone note, which is going to be on the 10th fret of the 4th string with your 2nd finger. Play that and bend it. wanted to deviate from the octaves a little bit at the end there, just kind of as a stylistic or creative choice by me. It is a metal octave riff, so to throw in something that's a little kind of creepy sounding, like a tritone, will be really effective in this context. So here's the metal octaves riff slowed down. Octaves can be a very effective songwriting tool. They really space the notes out and create a different kind of sound, and it's, like I said before, a very effective way to kind of get from point A to point B. Well, that about wraps it up for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out zacharmusic.com to download the tabs from this week's installment. You can also book a lesson with yours truly. I'll see you next week.